Well, moving on from the eloquence of the mad dog onto the mad commodity traders. A new report out showing oil demand slowing drastically next year across the globe as crude drops to a 16-month low today. What does this say about the health of the global economy going forward? Rick?
The global economy is a disaster. I mean, we know what's happening. I don't know why everybody is still trying to work this out. You look at what's happening in Germany. I think they had no growth. I mean, we know what's coming in the next 2 years. Is there anybody left who thinks it could be otherwise?
Okay, first of all, Carol, you're laughing, but Rick told me in the break that he doesn't really worry about this sort of thing, oil or gas prices, because he's never owned a car. You don't own a car right now.
No, I don't own a car.
He doesn't own a car right now, so he doesn't care.
Plus, I always balance it. I buy oil stocks if the price of gasoline's going up.
He told me that too. But I think the question now is what signal is this precipitous drop in the price of oil sending? We did get data that not only is U.S. supply at a record high, but so is U.S. demand. So is the oil market telling us something that we're not seeing? If the demand is there, is demand really going to fall off a cliff that severely? What do you guys think of that?
I mean, Lauren, I think if you were looking at oil by itself, I wouldn't be so concerned. But obviously, we're in a rising interest rate environment. We have a stronger dollar. And when you put all of those things together amidst the global slowdown that we all seem to think is going to happen, especially Rick, I think that does not bode well for the international economy. And while some people may say, well, that's great, that means the U.S. is going to be strong, I think it's going to be difficult for us to continue the very leadership that we have and a lot of strength when everybody else is faltering. I just think that's going to be very difficult.
But we're not in a rising interest rate environment. The 10-year just came down from 3.25 to 2.75. That's what's tied to all the mortgages and a lot of loans. This is specifically telling you there is a demand issue that's coming down the pike. And the greatest economist out there is not a person, it's actually the market action itself. And if you go from 75 down to 60 in oil prices, okay, maybe it's about supply. But 75 down to 46 since October, that is, again, the yell and scream of markets. And markets are very good at forecasting 3, 6, 9 months out that off the cliff we go in many areas. Germany, the engine of Europe, it already announced a contraction. Japan announced contraction. And by the way, if Germany's heading south, I can promise you the rest of Europe, and we are definitively not immune to this. And unfortunately, we're going to go through some pain through 2019. It'll be written pretty badly when all's said and done.
You know, the move from 70, up to 75, I have to point out, Gary, was kind of crazy too. What was up with, what were people forecasting for demand then? I was underweight oil then, and people rolled their eyes at me.
But the oil companies can make money, and they could spend money, and they could invest in different ways to get oil out of the ground, whatever, fracking this and that, because oil price was high. Now when it's so low, they're going to go out of business.
Well, there is good news. The good news is that if oil prices just stay here, gas prices, there's about an $80 billion expense cut to the consumer over a year basis that they're not going to be spending on it. And that doesn't include costs to businesses like airlines and things like that. So that is the good news. My big worry is forecasting the slowdown. So you got one good side, one not so good side.
And one thing on supply, though, I have to say, if we want to take care of the supply side of this, maybe we need to go to Iran. Look at Iran and maybe cut off the sanctions there. But I think this.
Can I just add this? Only because I never get to say these words.
Okay.
Gary Calbon is absolutely right.
Whoa! Awesome,
folks.
Well, that's
the hundreds
awesome.
in the mail.